Zdenek Zeman is back in Serie A, and here at Forza Italian Football we celebrate the history of a man that shaped the last 2 decades of Italian football like few others. After his last disappointing spells at Roma and Cagliari, Zdenek Zeman is back in Serie A after returning to Pescara. And the magic is already with him after the 5-0 win over Genoa in his first game back. In the years, Zeman has become the symbol of attacking football on the pitch and honesty off the pitch. Zeman's football is about pure spectacle with very few victories on the pitch. In fact, in his career he only won 1 Serie C title and 2 Serie B titles, the second of which with Pescara in 2012, that led to him being second best manager in Italy that year. But his ability to say something slightly different in press conferences and his amazing attacking football, it's what it's really all about. His career as a coach started off as part of the Palermo youth coaching staff in 1974. But it is really 20 years later that Zeman becomes the famous Zdenek Zeman after 5 years at Foggia. The romantic story of Zeman and Italian football starts off at Foggia with Zemanlandia, or Il Foggia dei Miracoli. Zeman took a team of almost unknown players and brought it to Serie A within 2 seasons, where his trademark 4-3-3 system and the will of his players to follow his beliefs led to Foggia fighting for European football for 3 years in a row, and the emergence of players like Ciccio Baiano and Giuseppe Signori. With Lazio, the 4-3-3 didn't disappear, and he led the Biancocelesti to a 2nd and 3rd spot in Serie A before getting fired. But it is at Roma that his career and life take a very specific path. On the Roma bench, he is famous and will always be remembered for launching a young Francesco Totti in the top football. But it's really his words off the pitch that are mainly remembered. In July 1998, Zeman accused Juventus players Del Piero and Vieri of using creatine, amongst allegations of the abuse of pharmaceutical products in Italian football. This in a way elevated Zeman as an anti-Juventus hero and as a symbol of someone who, as he himself admits, said what others didn't want to say. This antagonism with the most powerful men in Italian football and his lack of results on the pitch have defined his career. Zeman was then replaced by Capello at Roma and found little luck afterwards at Napoli and Fenerbahce. It was again in Italy that Zemanlandia returned, with Lecce in 2004. The magic was back, with the energy of Zeman on the bench and the goals of Vucinic and Boginov that led to an incredible mid-table finish. After another period around Europe, he went back to Foggia for a romantic return in 2010, but failed to reach Serie A and left the club. It's in Pescara the following season that Zemanlandia truly returns, with the emergence of Lorenzo Insigne, Ciro Immobile and Marco Verratti. Zeman led Pescara to promotion with 90 goals in 42 games. That's a Serie B record. But then moved back to Roma in Serie A. The excitement for the return of Zeman on the Giallorossi bench was unbelievable, but it didn't last very long. Roma conceded too much, and after a 2-4 home loss to Cagliari, he left the club. Cagliari that shortly after that became his last Serie A club before moving to Lugano and returning to Pescara. After a great start, Cagliari ended that season relegated, and Zeman's magic started showing some aging. But he's back yet again, and Pescara are the club to look out for now. Will Zemanlandia be able to save the Delfino from a short relegation? We hope you enjoyed our video. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, support us on Patreon, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.